I'm Adrian Ghobrial outside of the Ontario Court of Justice in Hamilton. It was this week following the U.S. presidential election that a judge reportedly walked into his courtroom right here inside this courthouse wearing a red pro-Donald Trump Make America Great Again hat. And that is some calling for the justice to step down or be removed from the bench.
To understand all the divisiveness, campaign in the States that was run primarily on racism, sexism, and xenophobia, to bring that symbol into a Canadian courtroom is very alarming.
According to a Globe and Mail report, a source inside the courts on Wednesday morning say when Justice Bernard Zabel arrived at the John Sapinka Provincial Courthouse in Hamilton, he walked in the courtroom with his black silk robe, crimson sash, and his white tie on, though it was the cap he reportedly wore which immediately turned heads.
He wore it into the courtroom, placed it on his desk, and made a statement that he was celebrating a historic moment in history.
CityNews reached out to the Attorney General's office today but did not receive a response. Hamilton councillor Matthew Green confirms an official complaint against Justice Zabel has been filed with the Ontario Judicial Council. He is among the many calling for swift action.
There's no question that there was an implied degree of bullying going on that day. There was a clear and deliberate message that was sent.
The principles of judicial office clearly outline that judges not participate in any partisan political activity, that they should maintain their personal conduct at a level which will ensure the public's trust and confidence, and they should avoid any conflict of interest.
The judges, by their very function, by their very role in the system, have to be apolitical. Without it, the whole system fails. It's like going into a hospital and the doctor's not caring whether people die. That's their role, is to be impartial and base things upon evidence and not political stances.
Criminal lawyer Sean Robichaud says it's not just the fact the judge was wearing a Trump hat.
Whether it's an I'm with her hat, or a Conservative Party Canada hat, or whether it's a Liberal Party hat, it really doesn't matter.
Normalized culture that made him think.
Councillor Green says in Hamilton, some lawyers are fearful they could be reprimanded for speaking out about what they reportedly witnessed on Wednesday. A sentiment echoed tonight across the legal community in the GTHA.
I too feel that. I feel that, by saying these sorts of things, I too put myself at risk. So you can imagine how those people in court felt that day. Imagine coming before that judge as a young Muslim, coming before the judge as a effective female advocate making a strong position. How would you feel? Councillor Green says he isn't confident that Judge Zabel will be removed from the bench, and if he isn't, he's worried about the message that sends to the citizens of this city and this province. In Hamilton, Adrian Ghobrial, City News.